Hi guys, in this lecture we are going to explain how to configure push notification in React Native Android application. For this one we are going to use two libraries, React Native Firebase and Notifee React Native. So we are going to use two libraries for configuring push notification. So you will get a confusion why we are using two libraries. So I will explain this in brief. Okay, every application have two state. One is foreground state and background state. An application is said to be in foreground state when the device is unlocked and we are using the application. We can see the application, that is foreground state. Now an application said to be in background state when the device is locked and we are not able to see the application is minimized or application is killed or quit state. So that is called background state. Now if you look into the React Native Firebase notification delivery, in every case if it is only coming notification or notification plus data or only notification is coming, we will not able to see the notification foreground. We will not able to see the notification is receiving in foreground. So for resolving this issue, what we are going to do, when app is in foreground, after receiving the notification we will generate a local notification to be for visible. What we are going to do, when application is foreground, after receiving a notification we need to generate a local notification for notification to be visible. So we are going to use a third party library called Notifee for generating local notification. Notifee is a library for React Native bringing local notifications support to both Android and iOS application. So Notifee is now open source. Previously we are using React Native push notification. This library also have an ability to create local notification. Now we are going to use Notifee, which is an open source library. We are going to use this library for generating local notification. I am going to split this lecture into 7 parts. One is creating a React Native app, creating a Firebase account, creating a Google service file, then installing both library, token generation and permission checking, receiving remote notification and displaying local notification. So we are going to split this lecture into 7 parts. One is creating a React Native app, creating a Firebase account, Google service file generation, installing both library, token generation and permission checking, receiving remote notification and displaying local notification. Okay, so we can jump into the next lecture. Now I am going to create a React Native app using the command npx react native init notification. Okay, so it will generate a React Native application. So we can wait for a moment. Okay. Now you can see my application is created in desktop. So I am going to run the application. So in the terminal, I am going to run the command npm run android. So it will install my application in my device. You can see installing the app. Meanwhile, I am opening my VS Code, just importing my project. Go to desktop, notification. Yes. See, I can see Android folder, iOS folder, the app.jsl which is going to be rendered. So let us wait for application to be installed. Okay, my application is completely installed in my device. Now it is loading the packager. Yes, now my application is running on my device. Just I can change the content here. Let's see, application is running. Text push notification. I'm just saved and try to refresh the application. Yes, I can see push notification here. I can remove the header part. Yes, now I can see the push notification here. We can just align into the center with style. Flags equal to 1. Align item center. Justify content center. And just close this here. Yes, now I can just give this styling for the text. Style. Styles dot subtitle. Now let's see what happened. Yes, push notification here. Why it is not aligned to center? We can just give a background color, red. Okay, so this is because of this scroll view. We can just remove the scroll view. Yes. Okay, I need to remove this status bar and everything. We can remove this one also. Let's see our view only. Yes, now I can see my push notification here. Can just give a color white. Yes, so we have just created a React Native application. Now we are going to create a Firebase account. So for that one, just create a open a Google tab, then click Firebase. Inside Firebase, you can just click on the Firebase section. It will redirect to firebase.google.com. Now click on the go to console section. It will open the Firebase console section. Here you can create projects. So I am going to create one project. So project, we can just type push notification. Yes, it's created. Now create the project. I'm just keeping analytics for now. It's creating my project. Click on continue. Yes, it's created a project. Now inside this project, I'm going to create app. So click on the Android. Here I need package name. So go to the VS Code section. Inside Android folder, there is one file, Android manifest. So copy this package name, paste it here. We can just add a name notification Android. Register the app. So it will register our application. Now if you want to download the service file, you can download it from. I am going to download it later. Just skip this section, skip this session, go to the console. Here now it created one app for in the app inside the push notification project. So here in the settings section, go to the settings section, you can see the service file here. So I'm going to download it from here. Yes, it's downloaded. I can see in the sorry, there are too many Google service files there, so I'm going to remove this old one, and I'm going to download it once more. Yeah, I'm just copying this one into the desktop inside our project Android and inside here. So we can just check out the documentation. React Native Firebase. Go to the Firebase documentation and check the location where it should be placed. It should be placed Google Android app folder. So just copy into Android app, paste item. So I'm going to change the name into Google service.json because it's adding a 3 here. So just removing this one. So it placed it in the correct location. Okay, so downloading JSON for Google service file and paste into the app folder. We have completed our Firebase account setting. Now we can install the libraries. For that one, we can just open a Google Chrome tab. Just type React Native Firebase. Yes, React Native Firebase. So it will show the installation setup. We have already completed React Native setup. We have created a project. Now what we need is we need to add the library. So we can just add React Native Firebase app. And then they are asking to create generating Google service file, which is we are already created, and we need to place in Android app folder. So we can just confirm that one. Yeah, it is in Android app folder, right? Google service file which should be in Android/app folder. Yes, we have placed in the correct location. Now they are asking to add this line in Android build.gradle. So we can just copy this one. Build.gradle, sorry, Android build.gradle, not app build.gradle, Android/build.gradle. Here we can add. Now we need to add this line in Android app build.gradle. We can just copy this one. Android app build.gradle. We can just paste this one. Now this is iOS setup. We can conduct another lecture for iOS. Currently we are only looking for Android, so we can skip this one. Now they are asking to rebuild the application, so we can just rebuild. Yes, we have completed React Native Firebase app installation. We can just check the installation is completed. So meanwhile, we can check this one, increasing Android build memory. So as we add more Firebase module, there is an incredible demand for Android build system. So we need to manage out of memory keys. So they are suggesting to add this line into Android Gradle.properties. We can just copy this one. Go to Android Gradle.properties. Here we can add that line. Okay. So it will manage our memory issues. So out of memory issues, we can just compile once more. Yes, it's asking me. I have already installed one notification app, so that's why it's restricting to installation. I am removing that one, so we can just create once more. Okay, now I am going to create once more. So before creating one, they are suggesting one more thing: Android performance. We can just create a Firebase.json file in the root project. So click on the root, create a file, not in the Android folder. Click on the root file, then it should be in the root folder. So we can just create it here. So now it should be on the root file, so I'm not able to create that one. So we can just here. So we can just create it. We can just paste it outside. So it should be in the root folder. So I'm just pasting it here. Cut. Yes, it should be in the root folder. So I'm just pasting this thing also for the performance. Yes. Now we can rebuild the application once more. So what they are saying in Android, React Native Firebase use thread pool executor to provide improved performance and manage resources. To increase throughput, you can trust the thread pool executor via firebase.json file within the root of project. That's file we are created in the root file. So just created this one and added this JSON. Now we can wait for the application to be built. Yes, it's installing in my phone. Yes. Yes, application is now created successfully. We have completed React Native Firebase slash app. Fine. Now we can integrate React Native Firebase messaging. So we have to go here on the second. Here you can see cloud messaging. So I have to copy this one. Copy this library installation. Yarn add React Native Firebase messaging. And we can check what else we have to do. So nothing else we need to. So we need to just install the library. So as of for now, we have completed React Native Firebase slash app and React Native Firebase slash messaging installation. Okay. Now we need to install Notify library. So we can just go here, Notify React Native, right? So we will go to the Notify, get things started. So this library we are going to use for creating local notification. We can just check out the installation. Yes, this one is a library. So we can just add into my project. Yarn add @Notify React Native. Yeah, it will install in our project. Now we need to add local Maven repository. So that what we can do, we can just copy this one. It should be in Android slash build.gradle. So we can just go here, Android build.gradle, paste it here. Yes, we have completed the installation of Notifee. Now we can just type npx React Native init, React Native run Android, or just type npm run Android. So it will again install our APK because we have added native changes. So we should install the application once more. Yeah, it's giving an error, so we can check out what is the error. Minimum SDK specified in dependency AR metadata is greater than compile SDK. We can check out the sticker, so we need to change into 31 and just change it into 31. Fine. Now we can just check out this documentation. They are suggesting to add. So this is the same error. Compile SDK specification in error dependency AR meta. If we look into the terminal, we can see that this is the same error. AR metadata. So what they are suggesting? They are suggesting to add this in configuration.old. So we can just copy this one, or we can just copy this one. We can just search once more. So it's a common error. They are saying to change compile SDK, which we have already done. We can just copy this one into default configuration. So we can just go here. Here we need to add that one default configuration for G. You can just change into 2.6.0, and also we need to add the work runtime. So we can just copy this one too. Here we can just paste it. So it changed into 2.6.0. Now we can just type run Android. So two things I added: core KTX and work runtime. So these two things we have to add in the revolution strategy. So what they're asking? Yes, Android exported is not added, so we have to go here. So in the main first file, in the activity section, we can just add Android exported value to be true. So it should be in the activity section. If you have any query, you can just search for this one. So they are suggesting to be added in the activity. So we can just run once more. Yeah, it's giving one more error. We can just check out what is the error. This is an error, so I'm thinking that this error is coming from here. So we have to remove this one. We can just add this only here. So we can just combine this one. Again, it's giving an error. So you can just check out what is the error. So I downgraded from 30 to 31, so I can just go here 30, 30. Yeah, now we can just run the application. Yes, after a lot of Stack Overflow solution, we have successfully completed the installation. We can just check out whether the application is running correctly. Yes, it's running correctly. Now we can jump into, we have successfully completed React Native Firebase slash app, React Native Firebase slash messaging installation. Now we can just check our local notification is working fine. So we can just go to the Notifee library. We can just check out the display notifications section. We can just copy this one, import view. Here we can just remove all this thing. Yes, and I can remove all this thing too. So I removed. Now I can make this a simple arrow function. We can just remove this one. Yes, I can just remove all this constant app need. So we can also remove this old style sheet, but which we don't need. We can just remove all these things from here, and we can just add this button as same like this. Okay, we have added that button. Yes, fine. Now if you look into the, yes, I can see the button. We can just add into the center v style flex equal to 1, align items, sender, justify content, sender. Okay, now you can see the button is displaying perfectly. So we can just change it, display local notification. So we can just try to display a local notification. Here is the function for displaying local notification. We can just add this here and make this as a function const. Sorry, and just remove this function term. We can just make it arrow function const async here. Now what we need, we don't have a small icon. We can remove this small icon because we didn't configure icon in AndroidManifest. If you want to configure an icon for push notification, we can just add into the AndroidManifest file. So I'm not adding for now. So I'm just displaying on display notification. Display. We can just change the name also to local notification. So you can just pass the function reference here. Now let's see what happened. We can just go here, click on the button. Yes, I'm able to see my notification title. Okay, we can just change into the name into notification sample. here sample body. Now if I just refresh the function and just open the function once more, I removed all other notification from the tray and just click display local notification. Yes, I received my notification sample main body sample. If I just click once more, it will create multiple local notification. I can see my notifications are coming. So we have successfully created local notification. Now we can check React Native remote notification. For that, what I have to do, go to the React Native Firebase documentation. Here you can see cloud messaging. Go to the notification section. Yes, here you can see usage. Yeah, so I need to copy this one here and paste it here. So we can create one more button here. You can add just a space here with a high view. Now this is display remote notification. So display remote notification. So we can just create one more function here. Const remote notification. I think we can just create one more function here. Yes. Now if I refresh the function, if I refresh the app, I can see two buttons. One is display local notification, which I am receiving. Now I want to do remote notification. So what we can do, firstly we can just go here and we can just copy this one for request. So we can just go here and click here, paste it here. So we can just check what is the status of React Native permission by Android. In the Android devices, by default push notification is already permitted, so we don't want to ask permission in Android device, but in iOS device we need to ask permission for push notification. So we can just check the console here. So for that one we need to open our Flipper, go to the Flipper, yes, on the log section. Yeah, we can see my device is connected. Yes. Now if we just click display remote notification, we can see its authorization status is 1 because it's already authenticated. We can push and push notifications to Android devices. It's already authorized. So we can just check here what is the authorized value. So we can just go to the console once more and click remote notification. Yes, so it's already authorized. Now we have to send a remote notification. Remote notification means we are sending notification for server. So for now what I am going to do, I am going to use so before that one we need to check out our, we need to get our Firebase token. So we can just check here for token code. We can just check. So if there is, so I'm not able to see the door, so don't worry, we can just check React Native Firebase. Integration and messaging. So we can just go here. Integrating Firebase with React Native app. Yeah, we can just go here. So this is using the same thing. Sorry, this is the previous version. We can just check send notification in React Native app using Firebase Cloud Messaging. So this is, I think this is using the same library as React Native Firebase Messaging, React Native Firebase app. Now we can just go here. Yeah, this is the token code. So we can just copy this one to get the FCM token. So inside this one, we can just remove this one and just make this await function. Yeah, await function. So it's, you can just put the status here in the else condition. I don't want this. Yeah, now it's perfect. So we can get the FCM token if already, if this permission is enabled. Now we can just go to our flipper and clear all the console. We can just display remote notification. Yes, I received my FCM token. So just copy this one. Now for server integration, we are going to use Postman. So just go open the apps, open the app, Postman. Now just search test notification with Postman. So it will open this Medium article. Now go here, we can just copy this URL. Yeah, my Postman is opening. Close this one, close all this one. Close this one also. We can just create a new tab. Now what you have to do, copy this URL, paste it here. Sorry, need to copy that URL. Control C, paste the URL here, make the to be post, and here they are suggesting headers, so we can just copy this content type to application bar JSON. Then authorization, key is equal to, now we need a server key, legacy server key. So where we can find that one, we need to go our Firebase Google account. So I'm just going to the Firebase Google account where I created my service.js file. So go to the Firebase account, go to console, go to my project which we have created, and the project settings. Here you can see cloud messaging section. Go to the cloud messaging section. This is a server key. So here is, you can see the server key here. So copy this server key and paste it here. Okay. Now what we need our body. So we can just copy this one. Go to the body section, row, change this into application bar JSON, paste it here. Now we can get the FCM token key from here console. So just copy the FCM token, paste it here. Fine. Now we can just check whether we are receiving our notification. Yes. So it delivered successfully. We can just go here and remove the application. We can just remove all the notifications. Now we can just click. Yes, we have received our remote notification. We can just change into the type into remote notification. Yes, it's coming from the server. Just like we have created a Postman server, it is coming from the Postman, right? So Here just click, yeah, if I click here you can see remote notification is coming. If I click here, remote notification is coming. Just clear, and now open the application once more. If you click display local notification, you can see local notification coming. So we have completed both setup for local notification and remote notification. Now we are going to discuss the problem. So here is the problem. Now my application in the foreground, right? So if I open the application, my application in the foreground. If I try to send the remote notification, see, notification is delivered, but we are not able to receive the notification. See, if I send any number of notification, we are not able to receive the notification. So that is the problem they are describing. In any case, if notification or notification plus data or only data, you will not able to receive notification on foreground. So in that, if you look into the section, we have two part, notification part and data part. If you alone only send notification also, still in the foreground you will not able to receive the notification. But if you go to the app, if you minimize the application, yes, you can see, then I am able to receive the notification. See in the minimized state that you are saying, in the background state, in the background or quit state, you will able to receive the notification. But in foreground, in any case, if you append data or notification alone, you will not able to receive the notification. So that's why we are introduced another library, Notifee. Whenever we are receiving a notification in background, in the foreground, we will generate a notification locally. So in the foreground, whenever we receive a notification, we will generate a local notification, because local notification is able to produce in foreground state. See, local notification are able to see in the foreground state. So what we are going to do next is, whenever we are receiving a notification from remote in the foreground state, we are going to create a local notification for the same. Clear? Now we are going to display our notification in foreground. So we have an application is running. So application in foreground. If you send a notification, we know that notification will not be displayed in foreground. So what we are going to do for this one, go to the documentation. Here you can see remote message. Okay, so copy this one. You can just copy this one and paste it in the index file. Okay, so index file, the opening of the project. So paste it here. Now what we need to copy this one. Here you can paste. Okay, we can just remove this variable. Okay, I need to import the alert. So alert is already imported. Now if you look into the project, if I send a notification, see, I can see the alert is coming. So I need to make this alert as a notification, right? So I don't want an alert in the front end. So I need to make this alert as a notification. For that, what we have to do, we can just create a folder in the project called src. Okay, now here we are going to create another folder, service. Okay, inside this service we are going to create one more service for one file, notification service.js, notification service.js. Clear? Now here what we are going to do, here we are going to reference our notification implementation. Just go here. Okay, we can just paste it here, and then you can just go to the basic usage. Yes, displays notification. So we need this function to be implemented here. So what we can do, create a class notification service. Okay, now we can just export this class, export default notification service. Inside this we can create a static function, static display local notification. Okay, display local notification. Here we can just create a async function. Fine. Now inside this one, what we can do, copy this old method. Here this is more advanced methods are available, so we can just copy this old method. Okay, paste it here. So here channel is creating, so we can just change our channel name to our application name notification. We can just skip this one. This is required for iOS only. Now here you can just change this one into title, which we are going to pass from the index file. So we can just change into body, and here we can just change into data. Okay, if data is present, we can just put a condition if data is present, otherwise null value. Okay, then remove this declaration. So wait, display dot notification, we can remove this thing also. So here we just create one thing. Now we need to pass three parameter. One is title, so we can just add title here, and then body, then data. Fine. Now what we can do, we can just import this into our index file. So here is the index file, import notification service from src. Sorry, so service is spelling mistake there. We can just ignore spelling mistake right now. So we can just create notification service. So we can just create this notification service as same like file name. Now we can just console. Before we are going to call that static method, we can just console or remote message whatever the values we are just receiving. So just copy this remote message here. Okay, open our flipper, remove all the console. Okay, now we can just open our device, send a notification. Yes, now we can just analyze the data which we are receiving. We are receiving a data section, and body section is there, title is there. Yes, so what we can do, we can just console it one by one, notification title, and we can just check this one, notification dot body and title. So we have a notification section, so we can just click here, notification dot title, and we have a body which is coming on notification section. We can just display here, and we have a data part which is coming on which is coming as another one. So we can just click here, remote message dot data. So we can just once more console all the thing, clear this one, and we can send the notification once more. We are sending two part, one is notification and data. So if we just send here in our console, I can see my title, I can see my body, I can see my data. So we can just pass that detail into our class. So we can just clear notification dot. Here you can see in the notification service we have a static function, display local notification. Just call that one with our title and body. So we can just paste the title. Now paste the data. Fine. So if we just remove all this console, we can just try out notification, open our device. Now just send this one. Yes, in the foreground itself I received one notification, remote notification. You can see if I just click here, I can see my notification is receiving on foreground. If I go back, I can see the notification receiving on background also. Fine. So we have completed both section. We have receiving our notification in background and foreground. If you just click here, you can see notification is receiving on foreground. Now if you just minimize the application, you can see notification is receiving in background also. Clear? So what we have done, we have created a service file, class service file, where we are displaying or we are creating a local notification when we are receiving a remote notification. Clear? So that's why we are using this Notifee library.